Welcome to the MFL today, guys. It's our special Creep Roll edition as you're live at Emerald Bank Stadium. And so, this is actually the first live MFL today we've had all year. That's not a PowerPoint. Was going to have Kane, but then he couldn't, which is fine. So yeah, guys, Newman versus Summer City. That's really all I'm going to be talking about. I might address some other league stuff later. This will probably be longer than the typical MFL today, just because. And so let's get into it. Newman finished the regular season at 5-3. They're now 6-3 after the win over Jacksonville. Summer City finished the regular season 4-4, but they're now 5-4 with the win over Mindbake. And overall on the season, as I have the stat package right here, and just kind of comparing the two teams, Summer City was definitely better running the ball, 495 yards compared to Newman's 305 with 11 touchdowns. Newman only had 6. But passing is really gets interesting. Both of these teams are the top two teams in terms of passing yards. And really the top two passing teams, if you probably give Mindbake the extra game, they might actually be up there. But two teams who just love to air it out. Newman's aired it out 170 times this season. Summer City 157. Newman has completed 61% of those passes. Summer City only 49. So Newman definitely has an edge there. They're definitely completing more passes, getting down the field more efficiently. And then the big thing that Newman's has had the last 3 years since we came back, 40 passing touchdowns again. In season 14, I believe there was 57 through 10 games. And then last season, season 15, I believe it was 33 through 8 games. So yeah, it's Newman's been pass heavy the last couple of seasons. Newman does have 1,806 yards. They're averaging just at 200 yards a game. Some City averaging 134 yards a game, which to 134.1, which comes out to 1,207. And then points rise, are both the same in field goals, both 5 and 6 in field goals. Newman has outscored Summer City by 112. 378 to 226. Oh, 266, my bad. 378 to 266 is the offensive scoring difference. And that's Newman averaging 42 points a game. That is Summer City averaging 29 and a half a game. I honestly don't know why that is. I truly don't. I don't know why Summer City is that low. I mean, that's something we would expect next season when we start making even more rule changes to help the defense. But points given up is where Summer City finally gets an advantage, other than the running attack. Summer City's only averaging 29.8 points a game. Newman's averaging over 35 given up, which has been the thing about Newman really ever since this current dynasty started, was that they could never play defense. They were all offense, which, I mean, when you're averaging 42 points a game, you can kind of do that. Newman leads the league in turnovers with 9 right now, 8 of those being interceptions. Summer City has 5 on the year. 2 picks, 3 fumble recoveries. All 3 fumble recoveries were against Mindbake. Let's see here. Newman does have 3 kickoff touchdowns, compared to Summer City's 1. Summer City does lead the league in sacks with 5. And then third down and fourth down is where it gets interesting. Newman has only faced 31 third downs all season. Summer City's faced a league high 52. So that tells you something. Summer City takes chances on first and second down, and they're only 22 for 52 on third downs, which, I mean, I don't think anyone's over 50% in the league. The closest would be Crossington, who's 21 for 41, which, yeah, that would actually be over 50%. So, yeah, that's... Let me calculate that. So, yeah, that can contribute to some of why some cities only averaging 29 points a game is they're just not converting third downs. That's only 42%. Newman isn't much. I think Newman's actually worse statistically. Newman's only 32% from third downs, which, if you look at that as a whole, 32% on third down, that's shocking. But Newman's only faced 31. So Newman's moving the chains. On fourth downs, Newman's 3 for 6. Some cities 1 for 5. So neither team facing many has gone for it. Crossington's actually gone for it the most. They're 5 for 9. Jacksonville is second, 5, with 8. And then just going back to passing for a second. Total QBR, Newman 134.46, some city 107.14. Then the interesting dynamic about this matchup is the fact that some city came in the league in season 10 and they didn't play in season 10. Newman and some city did not face each other because of how the conferences were set up. But since then, this is the 6th season. So this is the 6th season they've actually played. This is already the 10th meeting. Newman leads 8-1, and they won. They won the first 7, and they've never lost to Summer City in Newman. Let's see. Yeah, Newman. The first 2 games were pretty close. 45-32 and then 45-42. So the first 2 games were pretty close in the series. Then Newman won in season 12, 58-35. Summer City, the next game, it was a little closer, but Newman still prevailed 39-35. Season 13, Newman 50-35. I think that's the game. No, that was another game. Was it? Yeah, there was another game where someone forfeited. But yeah, Newman put 50 up there. And then they met again in season 14, and that was actually probably the best game they've played, which was 63-61 in overtime. Then Newman won again in season 15, opening night, 31-29. And then Some City finally topped Newman in Some City this past year, or this season, 45-39, but Newman came back with 2 interceptions to win 27-17. The second game this season. Record-wise, it's total domination by Newman, but when you actually look at the games played, they're actually pretty good team. It's a pretty good matchup. Both teams are relatively close. In talent, Some City's been close numerous times, just Newman has been able to pull away and clutch games out. And so if we look at the first time these guys met, both combined they only had 93 rushing yards total, but they aired it out. Summer City 203 yards, 5 touchdowns. Newman 257 yards and 5 touchdowns. So both teams threw it a lot. They combined for 44 combined attempts. Summer City 15, Newman 19. Which was 45-39. And then they met. Second time there was much lower scoring, only 27-17. And in that game, both teams still threw for over 100 yards, and they actually threw the ball more. They actually threw the ball 46 times. The second time, but they just were not scoring like they did in the first matchup. And so that's pretty much all you guys need to know. That's kind of everything that's been said all week about the matchup. It should be a good one. And then just going into league news, if you guys were here last night, Wednesday night, you heard that we're all going back to 8 next season. Snowington is coming back. They will join the Redstone with Minebank, Summer City, and Oakwood. And then Long Beach is coming and joining Newman, Jacksonville, and Crossington in the Power 8. And you guys were not here for that. When we played and didn't record seasons 12 and 13, we actually started the 14th. And Jacksonville was actually Long Beach that time. So that the new team going to Long Beach is kind of a homage to them. Long Beach plays in the AFL, as well as a good, well, some of the members still play. I know Jacksonville and Oakwood actually have stopped playing in the AFL. Jacksonville is about to, but have stopped playing in the AFL because of the MFL. I think Snowington still does, but that's two separate leagues. And then there was the rumor of, or the idea that maybe Croughton will come back. I should have that in the video for you guys. That should be right. Let me go mark this down on a note card. So we're gonna go right around 11:30 that you guys will see the post that Croughton made. That would, kind of suggest that they still kind of want to be involved in some aspect, which would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, if Croughton wants to come back, I think we would all like that. I do know that we all miss him. Yeah, I mean, we do just miss him because he was a good part of the league. So I think that's about it, guys. That's really about all the information we have. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. But yeah, Creepville 16 tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. You guys should be watching this around 4 or 5, hopefully. Creepville 16, 11 a.m. The stream's going to start. I'll probably start the stream around 10:45. And so then, we'll probably do about 8 minutes of pregame, get predictions, all that. Then around 11:52, 11:53, we'll start everything. So, the intro, the runouts, the coin toss. We probably won't kick off right at 11 Eastern. We'll probably be a little bit after 11:01, 11:02. But, I mean, that just happens. So, we'll be at this fine venue. The last time we were actually able to play a game here at Emerald Bank. Now, if you guys want to see the video of me blowing it up, you can. Now, it would just be a separate save, and I wouldn't leave it like that, But if you guys just want to see what that would look like, so you guys can see like just everything that's underneath it, because I'm not sure some of you guys know completely what's underneath the stadium. Like, you guys just see this. I don't think I've shown much of what's in the concourses on the first level and what's actually underneath the stadium. So that's one of them. And then I come and look at the games played at Emerald Bank. Newman is 35-6, so that's 41 games. And then we have that includes Creepo 13, so then 42. So yes, this would actually be the 45th game at Emerald Bank Stadium. So Emerald Bank Stadium will end up playing 45 games. When you think about it, that's not that big of a number, but for us, it's honestly pretty astonishing. Just compared to how long this has actually been. I believe this is one season playing in it. Because I didn't play it in season 9. I don't know why. I think I was going through some renovations to it. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is the 11th season. at the stadium, I believe. Yeah, 11 seasons. 11 seasons at the stadium. 45 games total over that span, which is just astonishing. And it's looked completely different. Because we had the original outdoor version, which was on, which was season 5. So we had the outdoor version. We had the original inside version. Then I brought that slab seating down. And then I took the roof off, and then this is really the 5th iteration of it. And in all honesty, this is what it was always truly meant to look like. It was always truly to have some sort of resemblance to, whatchamacallit, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And this is the closest it's been. I can look at it I've been to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I can look at it at some angles and it's like, wow, that's kind of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But so, that's it, guys. So I kind of went on a tangent about EB. Again, just kind of a hard subject. So, guys, we will see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably 10:45. But we will